All right, boys, what's going on? We are here with another brand new YouTube video. We are going to be doing an Outlier preview walkthrough. I made a video about a month ago where I was still pretty new to Outlier. You watch me on stream operate with the tool. I've also made another preview video for that. So if you guys like what you see, definitely hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so you can get all the other videos I make about Outlier or anything else I use in the football betting world. So the number one question I get on stream always is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? And I'm going to tell you guys what I tell people live on stream. It really depends on how much time you are willing to put into sports betting, right? There's some people who just want to do a little click, 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 boom, make $1 million. Listen, it's never going to be that easy. You have to put your own mind into it. You have to put your time into it. There's going to be a lot of trial and error, right? Every single great sports bettor will tell you this, that it was never just a simple, I started sports betting, I made a lot of money. You are going to lose bets. You are going to have to understand why you lost bets. You're going to have to understand why you won bets. Lucky for you guys, in the description below, there will be a link where there is a free 7-day trial for you to check out Outlier and see if you like it. So in this video, my plan is to show you guys how you can use a soccer betting tool. And before anybody starts getting crazy, I know I'm going to be saying soccer because it is literally called soccer on this website. Now listen, I'm not trying to start any wars. I'm not trying to start any fights. I get it. You watch the stream, I call it football. For the intents and purposes of this video, we're going to call it soccer. You're going to have to get over it. But in this video, I'm going to talk about how to use a soccer betting tool and how you can approach different markets and how you can sort by certain factors and certain things. There's a lot of details and a lot of in-depth things within Outlier that I don't think many people use unless you kind of know about it, right? The plan is to just show you guys how you can approach any single top 5 league match and how you can find the exact markets that you're looking for. So when you first head over to the soccer betting tool, you're going to see the insights. The insights just kind of give you a little bit of, just the way it's put, right? Insights on every single top 5 league, anything that has any good trends. So for example, you can see Olympique Marseille here is 4-1-1 in their last 6 matches and the odds are 1.33. So it just gets your brain turning on the soccer betting market. So what the first thing that I would do here is I would go ahead and click on the left side, click on props. And now once you've clicked on props, it's going to show you props from whatever leagues you want. To keep things simple, I'm going to just leave it selected on the Premier League here. So now it's going to show us props in the Premier League that are sorted by last 10 hit rate. So everything you see on the screen here has hit in 100% of the times in the last 10 matches. So now you might be thinking, well, I want passes attempted, right? Now it's a very obscure market a little bit. Some people do love betting on it. So we're going to go here and type in passes. And now you'll see passing attempts. You'll hit apply here. And now we are still sorted by the last 10 hit rate. And now we are only seeing passing attempt markets. Now after you have passes market selected, let's say you only want to see passes in the Man City and Everton match. So now you are only sorting from Premier League passing attempts and only in the City and Everton match. Now let's go ahead and look at Decore here, right? So once you're on Decore's pass page, you can easily see that the line is set at 29.5. He's hit 8 out of 10 times here with his last 2 matches not having it. Now the next thing that I would say that I like looking at specifically is in the top right. You can't truly see it, but it says key Manchester City passing attempt defense. So it shows you how they rank defensively against passes conceded. And they are ranked number 2, which means they are the second best team in passes conceded at only 373. So personally, this would be something that I wouldn't want to take, knowing that Manchester City is very, very good at passes conceded. This is a type of line where I would probably not want to go with. You would imagine that Everton will not be having a lot of the ball. So another idea I wanted to show off here was when there's a player injured, you can see how another player is impacted by that injury. So I think a good example, unfortunately, is Bukayo Saka, one of my favorite players in the Prem, has been injured. He's out for multiple weeks. So I think if you're going to attack that idea from a betting perspective, what you would do is you go to games, you would find the Arsenal Ipswich match, you would then click on a market you'd want. I'd say let's go for a shot on target for this one. And then let's find someone like Martinelli, Odegaard, Havertz. All 3 are good ideas. Let's look at Odegaard for now, just see what it looks like. So first you would see this page here. You would go ahead and click on this filter button. You click on games without player, and then you can sort it by games without Bukayo Saka for Odegaard here. And then you can see in the last 3 matches how Odegaard has performed the shot on goal without Saka in the lineup. And as you can see here, he's gotten it 2 out of 3 times, and the shots on goal conceded from Ipswich are 17th. So if you gave me all this information here, I think I would say, maybe for a parlay piece, if you're looking for another 1.4 odd to juice up a little parlay here, possibly this one. But that's the idea of how you can sort by a player you're missing and see if the player you're looking at, like Odegaard here, performs well without Saka in the market of shot on goal. So the last thing I want to show you guys is that if you are going into the soccer betting tool completely blind, right? Like let's say you have no biases, you're just trying to get into soccer betting for the first time, or let's say you bet on it here and there, but you've never really dived into props. This is kind of how I would approach it. So right now I would have the Premier League filter set. I would then move over here, and the first thing I'd want to do is go over to the odds, and I'd want to make it for 1.75 and higher, right? So 1.75 is a number I pick because that is most likely the lowest odd I would take for a single for a player prop, which is 1.75. So now I have my filter set for a completely blind research, right? Now, when I say blind research, I'm basically saying that you don't really know the markets too well, you don't know the players too well, but you're looking to have a little bit of fun on soccer betting in the Premier League, but you do want to somewhat filter some of these around so you can kind of get a good understanding of what you want. So I did Premier League and I sorted between 1.75 and higher. So basically 1.75 and up is what I'm looking for here. And it's sorted by the last 10 matches. And obviously, without any surprise here, Mohamed Salah would come up for a goal in his last matches. Now, it's really hard to argue against it, right? It is extremely hard to argue against the fact that Mohamed Salah at 2 odd for a goal is a bad bet considering he's been doing it. He's on a crazy pace right now too. So if you believe in the idea of regression, you may not want to take it, but at the end of the day, he is an amazing talent, and you can see he does bag goals in 80% of his matches in his last 10. So another market that would catch my eye here would be Dejan Kulusevski for Tottenham. He is 70% in his last 10 for a shot on goal, and I think just from listening to my chat over the last few weeks, he has been brought up a lot when it comes to anything related to shots or shot on goal, even goal or assist. And you can see right here, he has been pretty great in his last 5, where he's gotten 4 out of his last 5 here. Nottingham Forest doesn't concede a bunch of shot on goals, but we do know Kulusevski is one of the more important attacking players for the Spurs. So this is what Dejan Kulusevski's page looks like here. This is how I would approach the idea of picking any type of bet with the odds that you want here, which is what I like, right? I want to make sure the odds are at least 1.75. Now, if you're someone looking for a parlay piece, and if you're just being like, I need one thing that I want to add, and I don't know what I want to add to my parlay, you can go to the odds section here, and you can make this about 1.25 and then make it go up to only 1.5, let's say. So if you apply this now, you're going to see a lot better hit rates, but obviously because the odds are a lot lower. And like something interesting here for me would be maybe Liam Delap a shot. It is a bit scary because they are playing Arsenal, right? So you have to keep that in mind. Maybe not the best idea if you consider the fact that Ipswich may not get many attempts at all, especially from their striker. So it could be a scary one, but at least in the last 10 matches, you can see here the only match, surprisingly, that he didn't get a shot was against Leicester. So you can see overall, if you needed one thing to add to your parlay, maybe Liam Delap for a shot at 1.26. Just ideas, right? But this is how I would approach soccer betting on Outlier for player props. Those 3 things that I showed you, right? You know, if you have a market in mind, you would search passing attempts, and then you would go from there. If you knew there was some type of injury and you wanted to see how a player performed when the player is out, you can do what I did with Odegaard and Bukayo Saka being out. And just now, I just kind of showed you how if you don't know really what you want at all, but you kind of know what odds you like and you don't like, you can literally just sort by the odds and then the hit rate, and then kind of just scroll down and start, you know, picking and choosing. Overall, though, I would say I really like Outlier so far. I think it's very aesthetically pleasing on the eyes. The information is very easy to digest. I think that's one of those things where the data is the same across all of the tools out there. At least for me, I really do like how things are presented to me. If it's a clean, easy way to understand it, then I can apply it easier. That's the reason I've been loving Outlier for the last 2 months. I've been using it on stream. I've been making a couple of videos for it. So this is the little review walkthrough that I've had after 2 months of using it. So if you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments below. And again, remember, there is a link in the description for a 7-day free trial. So if you click on that, sign up for the free trial there, you get 7 days for free, and then you can kind of decide how you like it, and you get all the sports here. Again, if you guys haven't already, like this video, let me know in the comments what you guys think, and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys on the next one.